Hi, my name is Kei Mizumori, who is a Japanese journalist and researcher in the field of alternative science and medicine, and author of many books in Japan. At first, I have to tell you, English is not my native language. Please allow me to provide you my poor English. I'm not good at using scientific terms. I have not learned science in English. But I believe Kei Mizumori's Alternative Science School provides useful, important, sometimes hidden information in the fields of alternative science, especially anti-gravity. Our science has developed, but still we have unexplained mysteries like supernatural phenomena, ESP, UFO, and many more. I have believed that ancient wise men knew anti-gravity technology by use of vibration with longitudinal waves like sound. I studied many ancient cases from myth, legend, and folklores, and also modern successful examples, sometimes by accident. Then 2015, I found interesting common points between those examples. And also, I found the reason why modern people fail to reproduce the past successful cases. What I found is tuning into nature is the key to understand many unsolved scientific mysteries. Without that, we have to consume a lot of energy inefficiently. It is same as lifting by force. It destroys our health and nature. Modern science is based on forcible reaction like high electric power, high frequency, high temperature, high pressure, high voltage, sometimes called temperature. It enables the modern anti-gravity technology, in fact. But I'm not interested in such inefficient, unhealthy, forcible technologies. Ancient wise men induce the substance to vibrate actively or spontaneously, which is efficient and ecological anti-gravity technology by tuning into nature. Though unknown longitudinal wave is involved, first, it is important to face with sympathetic vibrations for understanding the secrets. Sympathetic vibrations based on the tuning into nature is extremely important. As it is difficult to explain the meaning of tuning into nature, I believe you will be able to understand through the course gradually. As a researcher, I found hidden secrets of ancient anti-gravity techniques, but at the same time, I also found its reproduction is difficult environmentally. I need funds to acquire the proper location and facility. Then with supporters, I established a non-profit organization called Sympathetic Vibratory Science Research Institute. Our goal is to provide the world the ancient anti-gravity technology based on the tuning into nature, and we like to show mysterious and efficient technology can only exist with love for nature. The sales of the movie I provide are utilized for my research and future experiments. If you are interested in our organization, please write an email to mizumori@keimizumori.com. Now let's start the first lecture of the anti-gravity course. At first, I'd like to talk about the clue I started my research. There are many mysterious megalithic structures all over the world. Sometimes I hear giants had built some of those, but rather I hear the stories that the musical instruments or human voices lifted the heavy stones and transported long distances. Those stories contain even some details. Then I explored many stories, and I found impressive common points among them. I also explored successful examples of modern times and even human levitations. I found there are still common points among them. I reached the idea that the ancient myths, legends, and folklores may have told us true stories. Since then, I started my research much more seriously, and finally, I became convinced of the idea as true. Let's see the examples. In Greek mythology, Amphion played harp, and the sound of the harp could move the stone twice as large as his body, and even built the city of Thebes. According to the legend of Maya, Uxmal ruins in Yucatan Peninsula were built by a dwarf who could transport gigantic stones by whistling. Early Spanish person who visited Tiwanaku in Bolivia had interesting story from indigenous Aymara people. The early inhabitants had supernatural power that could lift heavy stone in the air miraculously and transported even 100-ton stone 50 kilometers from the quarry by the sound of trumpet. It is said Namado ruins located in the island of Pohnpei, Micronesia, were built by twin sorcerers, Orishipa and Orosopa. According to the local legend, the charm chanted by them had the stones levitate for its construction. The Battle of Jericho, described in biblical Book of Joshua, is also impressive. The wall of Jericho fell after Israelites marched around the city walls once a day for 6 days, and 7 times on the 7th day, then blow their trumpet. After the sound of the shofar sounded a great blow, the Israelites cheered, and the city walls fell beneath them. It seems sound wave vibrations went around along the walls, and the sympathetic vibrations destroyed the walls. Now let's talk about plates made of gold. According to the folklore of Galway, Ireland, in ancient times, everybody danced in the air like leaves fallen by autumn wind. People made songs for plates. You may think what the plates are. Let's see another example. According to the legends of Kalinago, tribe of South America, long time ago, people struck the plates, made songs, and sang where they liked to go, then they flew. Now you may know plates are platforms they rode on. More detailed legend exists in Saint Vincent Island in Caribbean. Ancient sages could fly easily. They don't have wings, but they clapped their hands on the plate of gold, made music, and flew. I think it finally became clear for you. Myth, legend, and folklores all over the world say ancient people could levitate stones and gold by sympathetic vibrations. These examples I mentioned are vague, and it is difficult to examine scientifically, but there are many other impressive examples which is worth researching. Then I analyze those examples from the next lecture. I'm going to talk about musical instruments like gongs, drums, trumpet for levitating stone. It is said gongs in Aztec Empire enabled human fly. In 1930s in Tibet, there was a witness who saw a gong reduce the weight of stone. Even the case of levitating stones by the sound of drums, trumpet, and voices was witnessed in Tibet. For building Egyptian pyramids, there is a story that the stones were levitated by striking, and the stones were transported in the air. It seems electricity was involved. The usage of electricity, interestingly, resembles a successful experiment in the 20th century. I prepared other movies. These examples share the impressive common points. There is a possibility that we can utilize its method. As I said, we control the substance by force inefficiently, applying high temperature, high frequency, a lot of powers. That's modern science. But ancient people don't have those technologies. They control the substances by active, spontaneous resonance. I realized it through my research. Applying high power by force is easy for controlling substances. But it is inefficient and destroys our environment and civilization. We must have lost the precious knowledge and techniques ancient sages had. When I think so, I feel miserable. If nothing is done, it falls into oblivion, and it is regarded as non-existence from the beginning. So I like to restore the knowledge and technique at all costs. Then I established a non-profit organization, Sympathetic Vibratory Science Research Institute. I have reported my research and progress through my books, but my research is in progress after that. I'm going to report my research and progress through this course. I hope you see the movies and think about the meaning of tuning into nature for anti-gravity with resonance.